Can y'all hear me? No. Y'all can hear me? Damn, I thought I was in here talking to myself. So y'all hear me mumbling to myself and saying things. Woo! I'm so glad y'all told me that y'all could hear me. Because I'm one of those people that talks to themselves out loud. I be in here like, woo, it's hot in this motherfucker. I didn't even know that y'all could hear me, but I'm glad that you can. So shout out to everybody being a LL, a loyal listener, and a sexy subscriber here on SiriusXM. We so appreciate you. You know, there's not a lot of channels where we truly get a chance to identify with our listeners and with our fans. So I thought it was only, somebody's getting ready to come cut me off? Oh, okay, because I seen Johnny running. Oh, I'm good. Oh, fix my collar. Oh, fix my collar. Yeah. Okay. Well, I can finish still talk. Okay. So anyway, let me turn this way, because I mess around and have a crook in my neck. You know how we at that age. I keep looking over my shoulder. Baby, tomorrow I'll feel it all on my shoulder, and I don't want that. So again, like I said, it is truly an honor for me to be part of the Rock the Bells family, to be one of the main shows on Rock the Bells, including all my other Rock the Bells brothers and sisters. You know, we just consider ourselves family. But like I said, we nicknamed you LLs, you know, and not every station can do that. But that was because you guys mean so much to us. So with me calling you our LLs, our loyal listeners and sexy subscribers, is because what else is more sexy, a baby, than being a LL, okay? That's how you know. When you tie that in, baby, you a sexy subscriber and you a loyal listener, so you a sexy LL. You know, so every day we make it our business to make sure that everyone has a nice day. You know, myself and, of course, Cutmaster Cool V, along with my crew, which is Producer Q and Alex, the engineer. You know, we want to make sure that everybody understands the importance for us to make sure that you have a nice day. But LL started this station to make sure that we can understand that this is timeless hip-hop. These are classics, you know? One of these things, when you think about what it is that we do every day, we help you relive your best memories. Ladies, I take you back to when your stomach was flat. Woo. When you could eat what you want. And now I have you inside of your vehicle. You are in your car. You driving around. And to make sure that you appreciate life. Because that's what it's about. So when you listen to the station, it's about appreciation. Ooh, you see how I made that rhyme? See, that's the hip-hop in me, baby. That's the hip-hop in me. So today's special is really, really great because I get a chance to sit here with the GOAT. And we get a chance to let you hear an album that we also know is going to be inside with the greatest of all time. Because this album here, you know what, I'm not even going to talk too much about the album because I need y'all to hear it. I need you to hear it with me. I need you to listen to it with me. So without further ado, oh, okay. Yeah, see, I went a little earlier. And I'm going to sip on this coffee, and I'm going to be halfway through. So when y'all see me do the cross legs, y'all going to say, she should have went again. She really should have went again. You know, but I have favorites off the album. I hope that my favorites become your favorites. You know, there's certain songs on here that I know everyone will be able to identify with. So I'm so looking forward to that. And I can read lips really well. I can. So if I was to ask you what was or what is, oh, well, baby, I ain't got to ask you that now because the GOAT is here. Okay. Everybody put your hands together for the GOAT.
Let me see if they got the, we got the right plug in here? Got the right plug? Yep, they got the right plug.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah, you can't, listen, you can't get that energy if you don't have the right plug.
That's what, these are actual facts.
Yeah, but sometimes it's about the socket.
Well, no, not necessarily.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Not necessarily.
Okay.
Not necessarily.
Oh.
Let me see what we got here. Let me see.
So, you know, while you choose that, what we were talking about was the fact of one of the one of our loyal listeners asked me, how did they get the nickname of LLs? And I told them that they got the nickname of LLs is because they are loyal listeners and sexy subscribers. And we felt that there was nothing sexier than a LL. So because of that, that is why they are called LLs. Y'all like being called LLs, don't you?
Yeah, that works for me. I like the LLs.
Yes, baby.
I
Yes.
like the LLs.
Yes.
What's up? How y'all feeling out there? It's a good vibes, good vibes. Yeah. All right, okay. So I'm ready, actually. Is this the volume on the volume on the speakers in here? Yo, Jay, how's the volume in the speaker in here work? The master on the master volume? Master, oh yeah. I don't want the feedback. All right, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
it's a little
okay.
adjustments. Yeah. Oh, this is for vocal. That's for vocal. Okay, got it.
Okay.
All right. So that's the track. All right. So, what's up?
Okay, so now listen. You know how I always tell y'all, move over, because we are in the car. So now I'm actually going to be in the car with y'all, so we all going to listen to the album. So now we sitting in the car.
We vibing. And I'll just tell you a little story, too, real quickly. So the way this album came to me, and some of you may have heard it, I had a dream. And I had done like 30 or 40 songs with another producer. And then I just felt like the writing wasn't exactly up to par and wasn't what I really wanted it to be. Okay. So I turned around and we just took a little pause due to scheduling and everything. We just took a little break. And during that break, Phife Dawg of A Tribe Called Quest, the 5-footer, came to me, may he rest in peace, came to me in a dream, right? And he was like, yo, Al, that new album you got is going to be dope. And I was like, really? And he was like, but he had a look on his face like maybe he thought it was going to be bullshit or something like he just had a look on his face so it resonated in my spirit. So after that, you know, maybe a day and a half or a day or two later, I called Q-Tip up, told him I want to do an album. And he was like, well, what you want to do? I said, I want the hot sauce, pickle juice, crispy skin, pimentos in the potato salad.
Yes.
Cookout, just crazy joint. He's like, all right, say less. So we went in the studio and we did it. So this first song is a song, it's called The Spirit of Cyrus. And just so you know, when I play the records for you, when I play the album for you, I'm not playing the album for you like in the order of what I think is the biggest hit or what I think is the next single, or, you know, I'm not trying to play it for you that way. I'm playing it just in general, just so you can hear the whole body of work. So this first song is called The Spirit of Cyrus. And the way I came up with this song is there was this guy, his name was Christopher Dorner. He was a LAPD cop, and he went rogue in LA. And I had, you know, at the time I was doing the TV shows and all that, so I got a call from somebody high ranking in law enforcement. They were like, yo, you need to stay out of the, you know, street. You need to, you know, I'm like, why? What the fuck? What did I do? I got to stay out. He was like, no, you don't understand. They're looking for this guy as a manhunt, and you look exactly like him. So he sent me a picture.
Yeah.
So people was laughing on the internet. After, some of you might remember there was a moment when everybody's like, yo, ah, ha, ha. Well, it wasn't ah, ha, ha to me, because the law enforcement was looking for homie, and I had to stay inside. So that made me go down the rabbit hole, get into his mind, get into what he was doing, and I ended up writing a song from his POV. It's called The Spirit of Cyrus. And I put Snoop on the hook, and this is it. This is how the album starts with this record, The Spirit of Cyrus.
Let's do it.
So check it out.
Now there ain't but 20,000 police in the whole town. Can you?
Don't try. Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and that like that vibe, you know.
Now, why you cut it off when I was getting ready to finish? You know, I was doing the background. I was Snoop, and he cut me off on my last Snoop. I was hype. I was like, listen, don't try to apprehend me. I black and blue your family. I was on hype. I knew this last one was getting ready to be it.
Don't try to apprehend me.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's a true story. So then, this next song, which we played on the channel a few times, but it's still good to hear it. I initially just played it because I wanted to kind of just give people a little sneak peek, and I also wanted to just kind of get a feel for, as I was creating, for the response and just to kind of feel where people were at with it. So again, it wasn't that I felt like it was the best song. I just felt like it just felt good to me. And when you listen to the song in the context of the album, it makes a lot of sense. Plus, I had the tour coming, so this song is called The Force. And the thing I like, you know, just a fun fact, because we said, you know, the Force has got a lot of power, and, you know, the Force has got, I had to give Mike's estate a percentage of the song, just so you know. So the song is written by me, Q-Tip, and Michael Jackson, which is, I think, pretty cool, just in general. So I said, that's the only percentage I was ever really happy to give up.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Just because he's my favorite. You know what I'm saying? He's the king. So here we go. This is The Force. Check it out. Can you hear me now while the music's playing? Okay, good. Check it out. After The Force, I got into Saturday Night Special, and I'll tell you a little bit about it.
Well, but let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You know, when we think about you, when we think about the GOAT, when we think about the greatness and the things that you've done and your accomplishments,
right.
One thing that we do know is that you are a firm believer in hustle hard.
Yeah.
You know, give us an explanation of what is truly hustling hard. What does that consist for you? What is that?
Well, it's really, it actually is deeper than that, because it's really about, see, in life, you can choose what you think you're supposed to do, or you could choose what it is that's inside of you that's calling you to do it. And a lot of times, 95% of the time, people choose what they think they're supposed to do, and they ignore their personal calling. They ignore their opportunity to create, you know, for lack of a better word, their personal legend, the thing that's really who they are.
Yes.
They ignore their soul. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And then what happens is, even if you become successful, you're never happy.
Right.
Because you ignored your soul calling. You ignored that inner voice, right? So the hustle hard part comes with, first you listen to that voice. First you honor that calling, right? First you honor that thing inside of you, and then you work your ass off and go get it. You know what I'm saying? Because then it feels totally different. Because even when you lose, you're winning. So yes. I give you an example. Like, you know, you take a NBA player, if they were truly born to play. I'm not talking about the guys who just had the talent. I'm talking about the ones that was truly born to play. Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, the ones that was really true. Steph Curry. Even when you lose, you're winning because you're doing what you love. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, the frustration in life from losing only comes when you're doing something you don't want to do anyway. It's like, God damn it, I don't even want to be here. And this motherfucker talking to me crazy. Right. I don't even want to be in this motherfucker. That's when it's crazy. Right? When you showing up and you just sick showing up like just, okay, with that face, you know, that smile and that, okay, that other voice you use and shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. So hustling hard means first going after what you love, and then putting all of your energy, all of your time and your energy into, and, you know, then you can be confident. You ain't got to be arrogant about it, because it's natural. This is what we do.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We go get it. You know what I'm saying?
Please believe it, baby. I think we all hustle hard, baby.
So in the spirit of hustling, that's what Saturday Night Special was about. It's about, now mind you, Saturday Night Special is really not just a song about hustling in the street, even though we spoke through it in that kind of a metaphor. In reality, you know, always keep your word, always pay them back. That applies if you're going to trying to pass the bar. That applies if you're trying to work at a hair salon or open your own business, a bakery. That applies to, you know, your kid's school. That applies to the principal. That applies to the supervisor. That applies to the mailman, the FedEx dude. Always keep your word, always pay them back. Always applies. It's always relevant. So it's not about moral judgment. It's just about integrity. And having integrity doesn't mean you're perfect. It just means that you have integrity, and you look to honor your word and do what you say and say what you're going to do, you know, say what you mean. So that's what Saturday Night Special is really about. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I got Fat Joe and Rick Ross on the song because I felt like they embodied that spirit in different ways. But they both are consummate hustlers.
Yes.
You know, for what they do in their lives, and they're successful in their lives. So that's why they got the call. You know what I mean? It's Saturday Night Special. And then we'll get into some things that you haven't heard. All right, here we go. Check it out. Rock the Bells Radio. SiriusXM. it out.
All right.
All right, this next song, Black Code. This is a song where I wanted to talk about traveling from the inner city, my neighborhood, where I grew up, all the way to the motherland, and take that journey and take a sonic journey and just really embrace that. And this goes back to that cookout. This goes back to that day in the life, that slice of life, that vibe that I was looking for when I talked to Q-Tip when we started working on the record. So, well, I could show you better than I could tell you.
Absolutely. And then I have some questions about the song, but they need to hear it first.
Oh, you want them to hear it first?
They got to hear it first.
Okay. All right. So here we go. This is Black Code Suite, and check it out.
Let's do it.
Let's check it out.
Woo! Okay, so now let me just tell you why this happens to be one of my favorite off the album. Because I could relate to every moment in the song.
Yeah.
What it did was it started me off being in my mom's kitchen. So remembering how your parents and your grandparents and your great-grandparents would cook in the kitchen with a certain rhythm. So it was just a certain way, because you know how she used to look in that house coat. You look at the back of her house coat, arm be moving, and everything else just be moving. You don't see nothing else. And automatically, the song took me right there.
Yeah.
And then everybody knows the best chicken is fried in a brown paper bag with some flour, baby.
Yeah.
So then you took us there with the shake up. You know what I mean? And there's a certain way you had to touch the bag so that you didn't shake and bust the bag and the chicken fall on the floor. So there was a technique. And I said, now mind you, I don't know what the last part is saying.
Yeah, she's singing it in Dinka.
Yeah, but I know that was going to season up the chicken.
Definitely season it up.
Yeah, so I was definitely, so that did so much for me, but it also showed the progression for us in hip hop and just for us in general at this age.
Yeah.
You know, where we go from being children and watching our parents in the kitchen and watching grandma and everybody else, and then all the way to the end of the song where you picture yourself in a fly convertible. The wind is blowing. The bills is paid. You feeling real good. And all of a sudden you just yell out,
you found your treasure.
Yeah,
you found the treasure, baby.
Yeah, you done found it.
You done went through the desert. You got to the oasis, got the instructions,
Absolutely.
got the directions, found the treasure.
Absolutely. And speaking of finding treasure, we get ready to go to a question right now. Jay has a question. Have some people out there for the question for us.
All right, what's up?
What's going on, L?
What up, baby?
Everything is everything.
No doubt.
My name is Show Rocker. I'm from New Haven, Connecticut, and I'm a professor of lyricism at Pendulum Inc. So I'm curious as to how you maintain such high levels of lyricism in an era where people just focus on vibes.
So, yeah, what I did was when I decided to make the record is I said, you know what, I want to learn how to rap again. You know what I'm saying? I think that, you know, I would watch like guys like Kobe and Michael Jordan, and you would hear stories about how people would go and shoot, you know, 50,000 free throws before a playoff game and how they would put that extra work in. So, you know, I felt like in hip-hop, especially because, look, the elephant in the room, let's give the elephant in the room some peanuts. Most of the time, the thing that you always hear, like if I tell somebody got an album coming out, the first thing they want to know is if he can still rap. It just pops in people's minds because we're used to people's skills diminishing or them not being able to be ahead of the curve in terms of their creative execution. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want that problem, B. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me refocus and let me really, you know, read some literature, you know, get into some studies and really get into some things that's going to make it fun for me. So, you know, because I love rhyming. You know what I'm saying? I like lyrics, and I wanted to make sure that these lyrics on this song, this album was just as surprising as, you know, the joints used to be back in the days, because our minds we got to keep evolving. You know what I'm saying? So if you've evolved this far, if my day ones have evolved and I'm still stuck in fucking, you know, 94 with a pin joint, you know, that shit's going to be, you know, it's going to be nuts. So that was the thing. So it was really about learning how to rap again and really focusing on that and being confident in doing that, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to just, I got it down cold and just leaving it there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think thank you, that was a very good question. I think also, too, that shows where the passion
oh, yeah, I love it.
comes in.
Oh, no question.
You know, having that passion now. I know for me, sometimes I get up in the morning and I say, okay, the first thing I do is rhyme. Mm-hmm. What's the first thing you do when you get up in the morning?
Yo, you so funny with that look. That shit's so hilarious. That look she giving me is so all types of shit, baby. Just all types.
Well, it's okay. Look away when you tell me.
What's the craziest thing I could do? That. I do that. Let me think. Nah, I like to get my mind right in the morning, man. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just why me? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Depending on the time, you sit there I got to sit there on the edge of the bed and just figure this thing out for a second, man. I need a minute, man. Just give me a minute.
Go get them some orange juice.
Yeah, I take a minute.
Ladies, that's what we do. We send them for orange juice when they need a minute.
Oh, yeah. Send me for some orange juice. Yeah, all right, good luck with that. All right, yeah, good luck. Good luck sending me for some orange juice. So this next song is just that. It's called Passion.
Let's
and
do
it goes back to the lyrics. The lyric, like my man was talking about. And the thing about this song is Passion, again, another song that I put out just to kind of warm things up. It was like I looked at them as appetizers. Proclivities was kind of like the first main course, but Saturday Night Special and Passion, this was another appetizer. But the thing about this song is lyrically, it's a lot more layered and subtle than one would think if they listen to it on face value. So you got to really listen to these lyrics carefully on Passion.
Yes.
Like, I'll give you an example. I said, you need a new team like a girl with a BBL needs new jeans. Okay. You think about denim, but it also applies to genetics. All right, so if you listen to the song, there's so many different layers to every line in here. It goes deep, but it's very simple. But when you listen to it, as time goes on, the more you listen to it, the more you'll find and discover new things within it. Because that's how I did the song. So this is Passion. Check it out. I said for references, check Smithsonian because my portrait is there.
Woo!
For references, check Smithsonian. Wild Style Smooth Linoleum. Wild Style Smooth Linoleum because they break dance on the linoleum. For references, check Smithsonian. Wild Style Smooth Linoleum. Honey going crazy in my key open legs like custodians.
Ooh.
They got all the keys and shit.
Yes, they do. Please, I was still getting R&R in the Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Don't think I ain't on it. I'm on it.
Yeah, because that's rest and relaxation.
That's rest and relaxation.
And Rolls Royce.
And Rolls Royce. You see what I'm saying? I was laid back in the back seat, waiting for the janitor to come with the keys, open up the legs. That's what I was doing.
Yeah. So that, like, even that line, like, Grandpops was a mason, because he was. My homie moved the bricks. I'm solid as a tutor teacher and tutor a house. I'm solid as a tutor. I teach him to hit licks. I'm a dog with the shit. There's food in my pen. Food in my pen. Food in my pen. You would think I breed pits. Triple entendre. I'm stealing on the shit. Stealing. My jewelry black and yellow like Wiz. Black and yellow, stealing. I'm stealing on the shit. My jewelry black and yellow like Wiz. If this ain't inspiration, what is?
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
So you gotta listen to your man LB. Listen to your man Elvis, man. Check it out. Here we go. Take a hell of paper tigers, all toothless. Tony Montana blueprint is useless. Some people ignore facts. I love Scarface, but that nigga with the chainsaw fell on the mat. We just act like we don't see that. As to where the weed at, eliminate the mids when the speaker's giving feedback. Even eliminate the mids when the speaker's giving feedback. When speakers give feedback, a lot of times on stage you have to eliminate the mids. But as you all know, mid is slang as well. Mm-hmm. So eliminate the mids when and there's this, right? Eliminate the mids when the speaker's giving feedback. Don't bring that shit over here. You know what I mean? Now that last line, that's always been your problem, Dennis. No passion. In the movie The Temptations, when he was in the studio with him, he was like, why would you do this to me? My daddy died on the 3rd of September. He said, well, that was your problem, Dennis. No passion. You got no passion. Well, now you got some. Remember that?
Absolutely.
Remember that from the movie?
Yes,
That's why
I do.
I'm saying, baby girl is laughing because my slang is old-fashioned. That's always been your problem, Dennis. No passion.
Well, baby girl was laughing because I knew what the inside of the Q used to look like before they redecorated it.
Yeah, and the Q motor end sign is flashing. So I said,
absolutely.
We was bringing cash in before the new Q motor end sign was flashing.
That's right.
Baby girl is laughing because my slang is old-fashioned. It's always been your problem, Dennis. No passion.
Yo, incredible.
You know what I mean?
Yo, give it to the GOAT.
So you can feel, so that, you know, so when we talk about the lyrics, that's one of those songs where you can unpack it. Like even when I said I love Scarface, the nigga with the chainsaw fell on the mat. When you watch the movie, yeah, when you watch the movie Scarface, when the guy takes the chainsaw and cuts through the door and falls onto the thing, you see the mat there. Most people don't see it, but I saw it. We just act like we don't see that when shit be happening. You know what I mean? Asking where the weed at. Eliminate the mids when the speaker's giving feedback. You know what I mean? All right, so anyway.
That's what I'm talking about.
I digress, but that's passion, and it's about the vibe. So from that, we get into the current single and what we consider to be, I guess you would call this kind of the first official single. It's the first one that we went to radio with, the first one that we released on a more broad level, and this is called Proclivities. And, you know, we all have them. You know what I'm saying? And then there's the video. The video, which I had a ball making. Most people don't understand. A lot of people understand the video. A lot of people are like, what's going on? It's about those dark fantasies that people have that they don't talk about.
Yes.
You know, a lot of people have a lot of fantasies and a lot of dark, twisted fantasies and all kinds of things in their minds that they think about that they don't discuss. And this song addresses that stuff. That's why it's that real weird word, proclivities. But when what you gonna do with it? My face and my waist, like so, ooh with it. Yeah. My proclivities for coming outside.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And it's the ultimate fantasy record. And then I put Saweetie on it because I felt like she just felt like she could get it and the vibe was right and the energy was right. So we did it. So check it out.
Let's do it.
And this was like the first main course song off the Force album, basically. Proclivities.
I had to drink some water. Hold on 1 second. Let me just get a sip of water. Woo.
I love put your crown on my head, Kobe the King.
Baby.
The dental crown is hilarious.
Absolutely. Finish the sentence.
You like it when you finish the sentence?
Yeah. I finished it. Sure did. Sure did. Okay, it doesn't matter how your hair's done, it ends in a top bun.
Yeah.
That's when you know everything has been done right. I don't care how you come in here, they got to leave with a bun. If it was done right.
You know.
Yeah.
Either a bun or some excuses.
Okay. A bun or none. Absolutely. But
the cookout was hot.
Let me tell you, this was so crazy. My son pulled up in his car, you know, drives a nice car. You know, our kids, they blessed. We do nice things for them. And he pulls up and he's playing this. And I'm watching all it. Now we're on 116th Street, right outside the fish joint. Mm-hmm. And he pulls up, and I see all of these girls get out. So what you gonna do with it? And I said, look at this. They don't even know what to do with that.
Yo, they know what to do. They know exactly. They know what to do.
But they'll know what to do. They'll know what to do with it after they get a fish sandwich. I tell you that.
It might not, baby. Yeah. I'll leave that to you.
Yeah, that's right. Because baby, stick shrimp on it, use both hands.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Tartar sauce.
Oh, shit.
Homemade.
You wildin'.
What?
Yo, you wildin'.
Okay, let's go back to the album.
Wildin'.
Back to the album.
Yeah. Shit sound crazy.
You see that? But wait. See, did you hear what I got out of him? I got a yeah. Shit sound crazy. That's what we do at this age.
Yeah, okay.
Want to play the fool?
Yeah, that's that bullshit. All right, so that bullshit. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, so this next song is called Postmodern, and this is more of a this is a joint that like it's just a cool beat, and it's a story about how I started and how I used to see these guys across the street from me hustling. This guy Malcolm, who I remember, and some people. It was like because my grandmother lived on a corner house. So, you know, Malcolm used to have me over there, and may he rest in peace. And I'd be sitting up in his room, and he have his little cups of wine and be talking to me about the world and talking to me about life, and he had all his fancy cars and shit, and I'm just listening to him. So it was like, you remember, what was that, Menace over the Kane? Kane.
Yeah.
You know, remember when they had the little kid play with the guns and all that? It wasn't quite that bad, but it was like that kind of a vibe, you know what I'm saying? Older G, you know, just taking me in and talking to me. And he was something else. So postmodern, and it's also about, you know, what's going on inside of you, you know what I'm saying? And that magnetism and what that magnetic attraction that we have to success.
Yes.
And taking care of, you know, moms and all that. But we do it over a real, like, just a straight B-boy beat. And then we'll get into a song called 30 Decembers, which is one of my favorites. Not this one, but the one after. So
okay.
check it out.
Excellent.
Check it out. Now, this song, 30 Decembers, thank you. This is a song that I wrote during the pandemic as I traveled around the whole city of New York. I was on the subway. I was on trains, buses. I was in all the projects, all by myself with a mask on. And this is what I saw.
You know, when you think about even using the term 30 Decembers, that's like a lot of times people who had went away, they would always take it and just pick a month and say, like, if they had 20 years, they like, yo, I got 20 marches. I got this. So 30 Decembers really stood out to me. So when I listened to it, it showed me the same fear that I had when we came out of everything.
Yeah.
And had to travel around, because remember, I'm coming from another state to come into work. So going through the subway and seeing it that way. But also, I remember when you did that.
Yeah.
So I remember watching and saying, like, why is he on that block? What is he doing? And then realizing that you were taking us through 30 Decembers of coming back home and saying, like, look what I see. Look how different things are, and bringing that presence. And so we always appreciate you for doing that. But I have another question. Before we go to your question out there, Jay, because we're going to go to your question, this stood out to me more than anything else. Making dreams come true is an art form.
Yeah, it is.
Explain that to me, because let me just say this. You've literally made a dream come true for me, but this is not my day. This is not my moment. This is not about me. It's about your album. But it's truly an art form. Please explain that.
So, you know, in order to really make a dream come true, it goes back to the thing I was saying before. You have to really do what you know you should be doing, but you're scared to do. If you want your dream to come true. You can't, like, some people want to skip steps. They want to they just want treasure.
Yeah.
They don't want to dig for it. They don't want to move around for it. They don't want to travel for it. They don't want to take no action. They don't even want to change their lifestyle for it. They just want treasure. And everything, and all they do is sit around and they say things like, God's got me. And God does have you. But, you know, faith without works, right? So it's like, yeah, God got you, but you got to match, you got God in you too. So you got to match that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a dude told me in the park a long time ago, come with something in your hand to give, not with your hand out, looking for something. So in life, you got to do that. You dig? So it's like, that's the thing. It's like, making them dreams come true is an art form. Like, you really got to craft your dream. You got to imagine that shit, man. And then just have fun and go get it.
Absolutely.
Have fun and go get it. Like, look, there is no way to go through this thing without being challenged. So you might as well be doing what you love, because you're going to be dealing with challenges anyway. So if you think that, like, you know, it's so funny, you always hear, like you have people who always wanted to work here. Let's say it's serious, or people who always wanted to be somewhere, and they'll say something real cynical like, living the dream, right? Yo, how you, man? Oh, living the dream. You know why? Because they think, see, they want to go to the oasis without traveling through the desert. You dig what I'm saying? They want to they want to be on the top of Mount Everest, but they don't want to have to deal with the oxygen tanks and the ice and slipping and being covered in snow and buried and all of that. You dig what I'm saying? So they get frustrated. They want roses but no thorns. You You know what I'm saying? So it's like once you realize that, yo, you're going to be challenged regardless. Like you hear somebody say something, and I'm not trying to be on a soap, I'm just going to say this last thing, we keep it moving. You'll hear somebody say, I say, yo, why don't you go study that? It'll take me 2 years. Well, fuck, if you alive, it's going to be 2 years later anyway. Like, what are you talking about 2 years? Like, it was, the 2 years is going to be, the 2 years is coming regardless. It's still the 2 years. It's 2 years later and you didn't do it. So what I do is, with me, it's like, if something takes 5 years, I do it. If something takes 10 years, I do it. If I feel like I want to go after, I worked on this album for a couple of years. Like, just do it. I don't care. Because it is what it is. This is your dream. You're writing your own history.
Yes.
You write your history. So what does the book look like, right?
That's right.
I'm just saying.
Absolutely. Please believe it, baby.
So this next, you had one more question out there, Jay?
Yes, we had a question out there.
All right.
LL, what's up, man? It's Chris Green. How you doing?
What up, baby? What up?
Harlem, New York. This is my man Bill right here, Stevens Poverty.
What up?
New York City Talk your shit.
What up?
Yeah, my question is, what was your vision on with the album, preferring picking the artists and the beats to choose to appeal to the youth in the traditional hip hop today? So
here's the thing. I didn't go after, like Proclivities, for example, right now is starting to do really well at radio, and I'm sure you're starting to see that it's spreading and it's playing on the channels, the young hip hop channels, and it's it's playing, it's going, right? But I didn't make that song trying to do that. I just made what I loved. But the thing about it is, it's kind of like being a director of a movie, right? I'm making a new movie, B. I'm not, going to make, like James Cameron isn't going to make the first Avatar. He's going to make a new Avatar. I'm not going to give you my old movie. I'm going to give you a new movie. And if you, as an artist, that should be enough. Like you look at the great artists, you look at Michael Jackson, you look at Prince, you look at artists, they know how to make new shit. You got to make some new shit, man. Like, just make some new shit. Like, you don't have to follow. Because, see, that's the other thing about a lot of artists when they mature in the game. They mature in the game to a place where they stop trusting their own judgment. And they think they need somebody who's 19 to tell them what to do. But my thing is, when I was 19, I knew a lot of corny 19-year-olds. Ain't no shit. It was corny as hell. So why am I can't trust you just because you're 19. That's not enough. Like, how do I know you have good taste? So it's about taste, ultimately, to me. You know what I'm saying? And then look, you got to be true to you first, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't pretend to be, I don't have to pretend to be 20, man. It's not necessary. We also haven't seen a hip-hop artist go away for a long time and come back and have a real major impact the way Santana did or the way I'm doing now. Like, a lot of times producers do it, but they have different rappers on the beat, so that's a little different. But, as an artist, as the lead artist on your project, it really is about just the passion and the love, you know what I'm saying, and just, being true to it, you know what I'm saying, and that's it, you know what I mean, like, that's it, man, like, and I love all the new artists. I listen to everybody from, from Cash Cobain to, from Lil Durk to Glorilla to Sexy Red. I know all of them joints. I listen to them joints, but I'm not trying to imitate that, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing L, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so this next joint, speaking of that, this joint's called Run It Back, and this is just about, like, running the numbers up and running it back. Win again. Graduate again. Do some more shit. Q-Tip was on the chorus. You know what I'm saying? The Run It Back joint. That's on that new Madden game, too.
Absolutely.
You know
that's my new credit score and credit card usage song. I'm going to run the numbers up and run it back. Pay it down, then run it back. Absolutely, because it gives you that energy, that feeling, letting you know, like, look, you can do it. And then if you do it and then something happens, guess what? You can do it again.
Definitely.
And you can come back and you can do it again. And you can just run it back.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the feeling. That's the energy that I get from that song.
Yo, 3 peats, championships, another gold medal, another victory, another promotion, another degree, more success.
Run it back.
Bigger family, more love, more happiness, more trips, more joy, more. Just run it back.
That's it.
Run that shit back.
That's it. You had a good time on a vacation? Run it back.
Run it back, baby.
Call in sick. Fuck that. Run it back. We're not going to work. We're not going.
Fuck around and get fired and the boss be running it back.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, then maybe let's not run that back. But we can play the song.
Yeah,
and in our mind, we can keep running it back.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So this next joint is me and Buster, and it's called Huey in the Chair. And it was inspired by that famous picture of Huey P. Newton in that chair.
Yes.
It's a famous picture of him, and he's sitting in this like what they call a wicker?
Yes.
Wicker chair. Yeah, he's in. I always call it a basket weave chair for some reason. I'm crazy. It's in my brain. I was
same straw. Straw.
The wicker chair. Yeah, he laughing at me. The professor's like, no, basket weave chair. Yeah, the wicker chair. And that picture, it just inspired me. Like it just looked so strong.
Yes.
And there was so much going on during that time in our country and everything. And it just kind of was it just made such a powerful statement to me. It was because whether you agree or disagree is not really the point. The point is somebody standing up for what they believe in. And somebody standing on business and standing solid or sitting solid in that case, like Huey in the chair. That's what the song is about. You know what I'm saying? And if you listen to the lyrics and what we're talking about, it kind of speaks to that. Plus, again, this is one of them songs that this is just like, I call these album cuts, B-sides, just in the crates, in between joint. But I like this joint a lot. It's just, I like the beat. It's hard and ridiculous. And
definitely.
You know, I just, let's fuck with it. Let's hit it. You know what I'm saying? So before I thank you, before I play the record with Nas and the record with M, there's one more song. This song, there's only 4 more, but this one song is called Basquiat Energy.
Yes.
And this song, we wanted to make something that sounded like 1981 downtown. Mm-hmm. Weird funk track. And the funny thing about this song is it's actually a dance.
Okay.
And it's, yeah, she looked at me like, oh no, okay. But the song, there's a dance to this song, and we got a video for it. It didn't come out yet, but it's wild. The shit is wild, and it's really, I'm really friends with the Basquiat family, the sisters,
okay.
and the energy around the song was big. There was a movie called Downtown 81 about Jean-Michel Basquiat's life. It was kind of semi-autobiographical. And in that song, him and Fab Five Freddy were in this joint. They walked into the spot, and Basquiat was doing this little dance where he was doing some shit like this. Just it. That's it. And that right there, when I saw him doing that, I was like, and me and Tip started laughing. We was in the studio. We started laughing at each other, saying, look at that dance, look at that stiff shit. And we just loved it so much, that stiff little dance, that we said, yo, we got to do a song about it. So we went. Tip found a loop and a bass line that kind of felt like 1981, felt like that time.
Okay.
And this is Basquiat Energy. So just check it out. So now, this song.
There's no way I couldn't. I just had to do it. I needed to do it.
Now it's the vibes. It's the vibes.
Absolutely.
So this next song is called Praise 'Em.
Yes.
And it's me and Escobar, me and Nas. And this is the first time that we worked together. It was really exciting. And we had a lot of fun doing it, a lot of cool conversations. And it just feels right. And I talk about breaking down these lessons and these lessons I learned as a little kid. I got these 120 lessons. And
I did the same things. And
then Nas tells a story about how he, first heard my music and came across town. So check it out. Check it out.
To see where the God Todd lives.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. The first time I heard that song, it automatically took me back to the lessons. For anybody out there, peace to all the gods and earths and 5%ers out there. And it was one thing that I felt that all great MCs had in common. And one of that was the lessons.
Yeah.
For some reason, most of the greatest MCs that I know have all walked that path in one way or another. So when I heard this, it automatically took me there because it just automatically adds to your GOATness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just does.
And it's something that I never really, had shared in my music before. But these are things that I learned growing up. And I said on this record, I said, you know what, I'm going to share a little bit more
And the way you went through the
yeah.
alphabet, see, because you caught me, because I played it,
Yeah.
I'm walking through the house, and I'm saying, wait a minute, I'm hearing the alphabet. And then you
Yeah.
running through it, and
because people don't even peep it, because I said Allah.
Yeah.
Allah, what you want to be when you're born, what you really need to see is yourself a divine form for the
Yes.
sake of equality. I'm bringing her, father in the song, spirit of Islam, bring he and her along. Like you gotta, if you listen to it, what I'm saying, then you realize that I'm running through the entire alphabet. You know what I'm saying? But you have to listen to it carefully. So that goes back to like that passion conversation.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
subtle.
And the lyrics. And the lyricism.
Yeah.
You know, something that you have been always known to do.
You know, a lot of the difference with me is that, like, sometimes I do the punchline thing. I do punchlines that are easier to catch, but a lot of my music is subtle in a way that you haven't. I ain't trying to be funny. You gotta be a little smart to really fucking catch it. This shit, I'm not trying to be funny and shit. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, some of it is like, people think, oh, like I saw it sometimes, like I look at the comments online and dudes like, what are you talking about? I'm thinking to myself, you was a stupid motherfucker. You just so goddamn stupid. I just feel like I just want to chime in on the comments and be like, dog, let me holler at you, man. Let me see what's the matter with you, man. You know how you see TDJ shake somebody? And
Absolutely.
What's the matter with you? You know what I'm saying? But but yeah. So you know that's a vibe. So yo, that being said, 2 more songs. This next song is a joint I did with Eminem.
The last one.
Murdergram. It's called Murdergram Do. I had a song on Mama Said Knock You Out called Murdergram. So I said, you know what? We're gonna do a song together. And when Q-Tip made the beat, I was sitting there and he was fucking. He was playing that beat. I was like, yo, Tip, this is crazy. I'm like, yo, me and M would be crazy on here. He's like, yeah, definitely, big bro. I said, so I hit M. I called M. I'm like, yo, I think I got a joint. He's like, oh, he sent it to me. So I sent him the song just to hear the beat. Once he heard the beat and he agreed to do it, then we went in the studio. And what we actually did was, me and M actually went to Dr. Dre's studio and recorded it out in L.A. We went together in the studio. And the way the process is I would write my rhyme.
Okay.
Right? Then I would lay it. Then I would leave. He would come in. He would hear it. I would leave. He would write his rhyme. He would record. I would and we went back and forth in the booth without seeing each other record until we did the very last thing together, where I kind of come together with him a little bit, you know, with the Veni Vidi Vici stomp him and making them bonkers. There's one line where I came in the room and we kind of worked out the last parts. But this is it's Murdergram, you know what I'm saying? And it's it was just a lot of fun doing this joint, and it just kind of, it's hip hop, you know what I'm saying? So check it out.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, baby. I don't think so.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna go to the we're gonna go to the crowd right now, and we have a question.
Hi, Miss Roxanne.
Hi.
Uncle L.
What up, baby?
Let me tell you something, okay? It's an honor to be here. I could speak for everybody when we say, like, thank you for even curating this experience.
My pleasure.
Now, circling back to the beginning where you said you had to learn how to rap again, right?
Yeah.
Now, my name is Slim. I'm from the Bronx. I'm a hip-hop artist as well.
Okay.
And just thinking, like, what type of techniques did you kind of implement to kind of get in your bag? Because the bars still matter, and they're very prominent throughout the entire project. It's really, really great.
Yeah, so it's it's the process, right? It's like reading a lot of different great books, reading all the great literature, understanding, literary devices, and, how to put the couplets together and how to make them meaningful. And also, when not to do it, because, see, the thing that, for me, I've always been a believer in going with the feeling first. So I don't always, in every song, try to see how complex I can be and how even vivid or creative or imaginative I can be if what I say feels good to me and makes me laugh. Like, I'll give you an example. A song that is just funny to me is like when I say they call me Big Ellie, a bit silly. I said bit, B-I-T, Big Ellie, bit silly, big money, big really. Like, when I said that, like, I know that's not Hemingway. That's not what I was going. You ever listen to a James Brown? I want to do deeper, yeah, but he ain't trying to, it's the vibe. So it depends on the song, right? Some songs, like when you do a Murdergram with M, yeah, I'm gonna rhyme a little bit more. I'm doing a song, like it depends. So for me, it's really always been about the feel. I can appreciate songs that make me feel a certain thing. I don't like to over rap songs. It's like kind of like being in the NBA and knowing when not to and one people to death with the dribbling and shit. It's knowing how to get to the basket and dunk it. There's a time to do the and one. There's a time to do street ball and there's a time to be Tim Duncan. You know what I mean? There's a time for both. And I think people could get that confused. So what happens is, especially, you know, when we talk about hip hop and the way lyricists are judged and the way rappers are judged, a lot of times as a rap artist, if you're not talking about the projects with vivid pictures all day long, you're not lyrical. It's just like, oh, he ain't talking about the street shit all day long with and painting pictures, so this is not, but that's not how I judged it. For me, you know, writing a song like Around the Way Girl is a lot more difficult if you really think about it conceptually, because the first thing you have to think about is the approach of the song. Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's take me out of it. A song like OPP. We could talk about lyrics all day long, but he had to think of that idea. Fuck we talking about? The idea, like forget. Yeah, I get all the you can talk about things that people know in a complex way, but see, here's the difference. This is what I'm saying. Genius hits a target that no one can see. That's the difference. You see what I'm saying? So it's not about only being a good rapper. It's about what's the idea? What's the approach? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, so
gotta get it.
So this last song, so the last song, what I did on the last song, thank you. The last song is called The Vow. And I got 3 kids. One under 30, 2 in their 20s. Well, 1 in his 30s and 2, you know, in their early 20s. And what I wanted to do is just give them an opportunity. I knew I had all of these superstars on the album. I knew that I had, you know, a lot of big stars and big rappers and people that are globally world-renowned and all that, Hall of Fame acts and all that. I was like, you know, I want to give somebody else opportunity, give somebody else a shot that isn't known at all. So I got this kid, Don Pablito from Southside Queens. I got a kid, Mad Squabbles from Philly. And I got this kid, Jay Sand from Lafayette, Louisiana. And put them on a song. That was my vow. My vow was to pay it forward with the record and not just make a record for me. I didn't sign them. They're not signed to me. They're just on the record. So it's up to them to do with it what they will. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want nothing from them. Nothing.
That's beautiful.
All right? Nothing.
You know what?
Okay.
First things I want to say something about that is that a lot of artists that are on your level, they don't reach back and do that. So let's give him a round of applause for making that happen. Yeah. You know, for literally, like he said, making dreams come true is an art form, and it is absolutely an art form that you've perfected.
Yeah, I just really, really, first of all, I'm so clear that, you know, look, like now, this is LeBron years, right? Like, you know, dog years, like my first album, my first single came out, we started Def Jam in 1984, right? And here we are, you know, with not just a record, but a really relevant project that the world is anticipating, that people are talking about. It's 40 years later.
Yeah.
So all I'm showing you is that it's possible. I'm not trying to hide behind anything modern. I'm not trying to stand next to nobody who's younger. I'm not doing none of that bullshit. Like, it is what it is. This is year 40.
Yep.
You know, and you either a bad motherfucker or you not. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And so, like, I want these kids to succeed. I want the album to be hot. I did it for y'all, and I want to continue to make music because I love doing it, and I feel like I was born to do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it. So
this is The Vow, baby. And these lyrics, my rhyme should be fairly familiar. I've said it on a couple of places. I said it on Sway.
Okay.
Said it on Sway, and I ended up using it. You know, and matter of fact, before I play the song, I think I'll say a little bit of it so y'all can, and I've said this on Sway before, but I never said it like real a cappella. I said it one other time, but just so you can paint the pictures, the way the rhyme goes is, there was smoke when the mother's water broke. The doc saw the horns. Oh my God, it's a goat. The nurse cut the cord, got shocked with 1,000,000 volts. Almost dropped him on the floor, but the baby started to float. Whew. The umbilical cord turned into a gold rope. A mic appeared in his hand. His body started to jolt. Angels injected him with lyrical dope, the same drugs they gave Hemingway and Edgar Allan Poe. The whole world's raving for the baby, the bell tolls. A crowd gathered round, throwing punches and elbows. Then his mama arose and recited a poem. Todd's a hip-hop god, fuck rock and roll. She put the baby in the whip. There was a solar eclipse. Then a spirit came, wrote his name down in hieroglyphs. Breakbeats played. He had a speaker for a crib. She screamed, Jack the Rip, and ignited his gifts. To the parents, he's a legend. To the children, a myth. Here's some firsthand experience of Mr. Smith. Alias, Mr. Killing every rapper in his radius. Ciphers the stadium's bars as vibranium. Molecular structure of the nucleus of his cranium is platinum, uranium, lyrical titanium. In other words, whoever it concerns, if you fuck around with fire, you're going to get that ass
burned,
turn to ash. True story, I'm a walking crematorium. Helping rappers earn obituaries from historians. Woo. Banging on them. White sheets and red tape laying on them. Carved hands, tombstones, praying for them. Moving the chess pieces like telekinesis. As a toddler, he walked with 2 panthers on leashes. Learned early on where the mark of the beast is. By the time he hit puberty, he's richer than Croesus. Slicker than Odysseus on an Odyssey. Intellect is part of me, so pardon me if it's harder to follow me. What does that mean? He's a mythological melanated progeny of royalty spraying you with soliloquies. Gil Heron with the camouflage gear on. Ignorance is the virus. My ink is the interferon. Woo. The last poet. Revolutionary with guns loaded. Back to elevate the culture. That's my only motive. You know what I'm saying? Woo. So when you listen to the lyrics on that joint, you can really feel the vibe of what I'm saying. And that's the vow. And that's the thing I said on Sway. And that's it. So this is called The Vow. And this is with Mad Squabbles, Jay Sand, and Don Pablito. Check it out. You know what I mean? And that's the album.
Okay, wait. We got one question. It's going to be the last question.
Okay.
Let's do it.
What up?
Hey, hey.
What up?
Hey. My name is Antoinette Ann Love from Boston. So now that we listened to the whole album, I was just wondering, were there any other songs that you personally love that didn't make the cut?
There are. I got some other songs that I like. And they might come later. But the thing with, I just don't like to be predictable. So this is the record that I felt I wanted to make, but I do have other music, and there'll be other, there'll be some digital bonuses and some things, and I know they want some freak joints and all that. I know what it is. It's sexy records. We'll get to that. That all that should have come, but first we needed to do some hip hop. Like let's deal with this first. We can get to all that. You know what I mean? I got you, ladies, but fellas, I needed the fellas to get this one. They needed to get this one, B. I had to get this one to the homies. You know what I mean? That's why I did Proclivities. I could have did 4 of them. I know. No. All right. So it'll be more coming though. I got you. You know what I'm saying? But I just, you know, this is the record that, you know, I really would want to hear as a fan, and this is the kind of shit I really listen to. And I really wanted to give y'all LL. And if you think about my first album, my second album, think about Mama Said Knock You Out, those albums, I might have one or two of those other kinds of songs, but the majority of the album is just some straight hip hop shit, baby. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give it to you raw. You're gonna have to take this raw this time, B. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to. You're going to have to get the harder version this time, man.
Okay,
this ain't the slow.
You
must be used to me spending.
Yes. Absolutely, absolutely.
Not tonight, B. You know what I mean? Well, Motel 6, man. What's happening? No, fuck it. The car. We ain't even getting out. What's happening?
Look at you.
What's happening?
Look at you.
We ain't even getting out the car. What's happening?
Look at you. You know, one of the things that we do take a lot of pride in here, especially with all of the LLs here, clapping for your LL.
Who I appreciate, by the way. And I just, you know, let me just say this one thing. I want to shout out to the whole SiriusXM staff and family and everybody, you know, from Jay, who worked so hard, Dion, Steve, Scott, of course, just everybody here, and just thank them for, you know, all of the support, you know, Rock the Bells, and, you know, all of the good vibes and the good energy around the channel. Is doing, you know, really well, and it's because obviously of you fans, listeners, and people all over the globe really are listening to us.
Absolutely.
They doing everything they can to tap into this signal geopolitically. Yo, it's crazy. But anyway, yeah, I just appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I want to shout you out too. Oh. And listen, I don't do the fake validation. I ain't blowing smoke. You do an amazing job, and you know the queen of Rock the Bells, for real, you know what I'm saying? And we doing this shit, so, you know, I appreciate you, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Thank you. I saw, that's a nice picture of me.
Look at that. Damn, that was,
That is, and you know what? And I started to wear that suit today. I'm glad I changed the color. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. I got you on the signature when I come out for that. Well, yeah, that's nice.
I'm Shante.
And the rhymes are deaf. Okay, please believe it.
Word up.
But this has been an honor for me. And what I was saying to our LLs, which is our loyal listeners and sexy subscribers on SiriusXM, one of the main things about it is this has been an honor for me. I'm sitting here as your little sister right here in the passenger seat of the car, and I got a chance to have my own personal, well, really, we got a chance to have our own personal, you know, it was like being able to see you perform. This is like my own concert. Yeah. This is something that anyone in hip-hop dreams of, is being able to have a personal LL concert. Yeah, baby. I sat here and was like, hype. Okay? I'm screaming so much on the inside that I lost my voice on the outside. That's how serious Minds is.
Nah, I mean.
You know? But I just want to tell you again, we are so thankful for your vision. For you knowing that this was something that hip-hop needed. Yeah. You know, not just something that maybe SiriusXM needed or something that Rock the Bells needed, but this was something that hip-hop needed. You know?
I believe it. And I think, you know, it's just, you know, dreams don't have deadlines. So keep doing what you love, you know what I'm saying? And have fun doing it, you know what I'm saying? And let's show them that what we made of, you know what I'm saying? And this shit is just fun, B. I'm just having a good time with this.
Absolutely. So we're going to end this on this. We want everyone to realize that dreams don't have deadlines.
No doubt.
And we just having fucking fun.
No question.
Thank you for coming.
And the album comes out September 6th. Mm-hmm. It's called The Force. Frequencies of Real Creative Energy. It's an acronym. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm Shante. Rock the Bells.